Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how do you go about taking your sketches and turning them into symbols. So here's what we do. We come to File, Open, and I'm going to find where these sketches are. Now I just want to give you a little glimpse of these. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sketches, 6 very simple sketches for a logo symbol project. Now the thing is that I could scan these. That's one way to get them here. But with these ones too, because I'm going to run them through Illustrator, I am actually not going to worry so much about getting a really great scan of it. I used my phone. I cropped them with my phone, and I emailed them to myself. So here goes. So I'm going to open up my trees, File, Open. And when we're working directly with the image, the best thing is to just open up the image. So there we have it. Now, I'm not so worried about the size and the difference between the two. So I can click and I can see that I can move this image around. Now this is how I'm going to start it all with this example here. I'm going to just leave it like so. And I want Illustrator to just recognize 2 colors. So I'm going to come on up to Image Trace. Okay, whoopsie. And I just clicked it. Let me undo that again. So I'm going to edit, undo. Okay, great. I want to do image trace, and I want just 2 colors. Now, 3 colors would be a different thing. So actually what I could start with is just a black and white logo, or I could start with 3 colors. Let's see what that looks like. Coming along with 3 colors, and I can see I have this gray color over here. I'm going to go with that one because I like the fact that I feel like it's giving more info. So now I'm going to hit expand, and there we have it. Now I have these different colors here, and all I want to have right now is the color that's inside the images. So once I hit expand, I have all this color around here. So this is when my black and white arrow come into play. My black arrow is my selection tool, forgive me, and it selects the entire thing. But I want to select the background, delete the background. So this is what I would do. I would come on in, I would grab my white arrow, I would come in, I would click, I would delete. Same in here, click, delete. Okay, so here goes. Let's say I want to get rid of all of this color. So I'm just going to select this one color, and I can see that it's in my fill. And I'm going to come to select same fill color, and I'm going to hit delete. Excellent. Now I want to get rid of this color too. So I'm going to come to this one. I'm going to come select, same, fill, delete. All right, so now I just have these little sketches. Okay, fabulous. Now I can also work in other ways. So I can click onto this and I can play around coming up in here. I can come to Object, Path. I can come to Simplify and see what starts to look like that. I can do a preview, and I can up this. So we can see though, what this does when we do this is that it very much comes in and cleans up the points. So we've gone from having 1,248 points to 571. Let's undo the preview. Okay, so I can push this up a little bit further. Until you get it to a point where you like it. I'm going to hit OK, and there we have it. All right, so I could say, this is one of my versions of this. Now, let's actually come on in too, and we can keep working with this one as well. So I could come on in. Now's a really great time to even work with my Blob brush tool. And the Blob brush tool is pretty cool because I can zoom it on in. I can grab my Blob brush tool, it's right under the paintbrush tool, and I can start adding in if I'd like to, okay? I can edit, undo. Now, let's say I want to make this smaller and larger. Well, we can do that too. I can double click and I can change the size right in here, make it smaller. That's one way. Now, also your brackets, they are your curly bracket. That actually is a great way to be working and to make it bigger and smaller. So you can come on in and start to add to it. So if you wanted to make sure everything is closed, you can. So I could come on through and take a look and see, is everything closed? It looks like this shape is closed, and it looks like, filling anything in where I would want it to be. Love this hand over here, move it on through. It does look like everything's closed for the most part. All right, so I definitely get the feeling that everything's closed. So I'm going to select everything. I'm going to come on in, select this all. And now I'm going to come and I'm going to play around with my Pathfinder. So there's so many different ways you can see that this project can go. So I can grab my Pathfinder and I could say to unite. All right, so now what that did when I did the unite, those marks that I did with the blob brush are all connected to this shape. Now I can come on in and put a color behind this. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. I'm going to choose a color. Maybe I'll come on in and choose. All right, let me grab my shape tool. Grab my shape tool. Change the color of it. Object arrange, send to back. All right, now again, we can change this color if we'd like to. As I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, we want something more like that, a little not as intense. So I could leave it like this if I wanted to, right? But I could also come in and work a little bit more with Pathfinder Tool, and I could do things like minus front. Right now it looks like that, not so wild about that. I could do, intersect. Oh, okay. What else? You can play around with this different stuff. Let's actually do the divide, right? And then I can come around, grab this one, grab the A, delete the background. Now these all have color on them, right? So maybe my last thing that I want to do is come on in and maybe put another color behind this, which might be the blue. So again, I'm going to come in to draw a circle, object arrange. I want to send it to the back. All right, so and maybe this would be my first logo. However I want to organize it, I'm going to come to object group. And there we have it. Now let's say that I want to just do one more thing. I'm feeling like, I'm not wild about this composition. This whole thing's a little bit boring. I'm going to do a clipping mask. I'm going to crop it a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab a circle again. I'm liking the circle. I'm going to come to the center and I'm going to actually turn off. I'm just going to turn on the stroke. Okay, I'm going to come into the center. I'm going to hold down Option and Shift. And I'm going to come on in, and I just want to get this one right up in here. And I'm going to move it over just a tad, and I'm going to crop this a little. And who knows, maybe I'm actually going to come on in and even, bring this in just a little bit. And if I lose some of them, I lose some of them. It's okay. All right, so let's give this a shot. I have this just like so, and what the top circle is going to be the guide. I'm going to select this all, and I'm going to come to Object, and I'm going to come to Clipping Mask, Make. All right, so now my symbol looks like so. And I actually like this a lot better. Say this is our method to crop things inside of Illustrator. Now, again, if I wanted to edit this a little bit, I could come to Object, Clipping Mask, Edit, and I can move this around, say, where do I like this better? But again, this is our way that we can crop our image and make it look a little bit different. So there we have it. We have our first taking a drawing and turning it into a vector. And again, what I did was just working with Live Trace and then working with the Blob brush. Paintbrush would work the same way with the Pathfinder, and then a clipping mask. Thanks so much.